Hey yo, good evening viewers of the tube. My name is Tyler and welcome to the channel that is learning and growing day by day in these markets, just like you at home. The only difference is I showcase what I learned to the world. Well, prepare yourself for the grandest showcase of them all, because it's time for Chico Crypto. Bitcoin versus altcoins. It's the age-old battle that has been going on since the first altcoin was created. Bitcoin dominance over the market was steadily between 80% to 90% dominance since trading commenced on the exchanges. But then the markets rapidly changed. Bitcoin surpassed its old all-time high of around $1,200, leading to a flurry of new retail blood, who all quickly learned about altcoins, ICOs, and how profitable they could be. For example, on May 31st, the Basic Attention Token ICO took place, one of the most high-profile ICOs in 2017, and it sold out in 30 seconds for a token price of 3.5 cents. In the first few days of trading, it hit a peak of 30 cents. This became the norm for a short amount of time, where almost any ICO was returning big profits. So people started taking their Bitcoin and using it to invest in ICOs, and since a ton of them were ERC20 based, converting their BTC to Ethereum to invest. What happened to BTC dominance because of this? It dropped off a cliff, getting below 40% dominance for a short amount of time, while Ethereum and others, those ICOs, shot up in dominance. ICO and altcoin fever lasted throughout 2017, closing the gap once more when Bitcoin and the entire markets collapsed. But after that, Bitcoin dominance has been increasingly growing against most of all the altcoins. And as of today, Bitcoin is back to 64% dominance. Bitcoin has been eating altcoins' lunch for dinner, guzzling market cap from a large majority of the others. Since Bitcoin's peak of around 20K, Bitcoin is only down 37% from its all-time high. Now let's compare that with some other charts from some coins in the top 10. Let's begin with the number 3 cryptocurrency, good old XRP. XRP is still down 88% from its all-time high, making me think that when Bitcoin reaches 20K again, XRP will not surpass its old all-time high and will be lucky to 2x. EOS is faring a bit better than XRP. Since its all-time high in May, EOS is down about 75%. Again, this makes me think that once Bitcoin reaches 20K again, EOS will not even be close to its old all-time high. Even if you look at Ethereum, it tells us a similar story. Since its all-time high, the price is still down about 78%. These are considered your blue chip altcoins too. These are projects that are established, have infrastructure built, yet they still haven't had surges like Bitcoin. There are a few outliers like Chainlink and BNB who have surpassed their old all-time highs, even outperforming Bitcoin. But looking at CoinGecko, which has a nice tracking feature for coins' percentages since all-time high, the common theme is still being down between 70% to over 90% from the all-time high. And these, once again, are considered your blue chip altcoins. This isn't faring well for altcoins, and with Bitcoin nearing 20K again, many of these coins will be lucky to 2x when it happens. I have a prediction that goes against the grain a bit, but is backed by some obvious things. No matter how you look at who is driving the most recent run, tether manipulation, or institutional involvement, Bitcoin is going to be leading the charge for some time. So, like I've been saying, there is a possibility it's tether manipulation, and yesterday news dropped shining light on what exactly might be going on. The New York AG released information regarding their investigation, and boy did some bombs drop. In the documents, you can see in section 22, the investigation has also determined that as late as 2019, respondents entered into at least one written agreement to loan tethers to a New York-based virtual currency trading firm. Who was this New York-based virtual currency trading firm? As we can see in section 11, in October 2018, respondents onboarded the virtual currency firm Galaxy Digital LP, as well as associated entities, to trade on the Bitfinex platform. Who is the founder of Galaxy Digital? Well, let's check out their website. Good old Michael Novogratz, former Goldman Sachs partner who made a fortune with his hedge fund Fortress Investments in the early 2000s. So Mike and his associates have experience in the world of stocks, so their skills would transfer over nicely to Bitfinex and Bitcoin. Here's what is damaging too. Back in April of this year, Mike tweeted out, Galaxy has zero exposure to Bitfinex or Tether. My own sense is that they are less integral to the crypto community than they once were. That said, it's not a positive thing that has happened. Speaking about the New York AG investigation, the herd won't come until we operate with transparency and professionalism. Whoa, Mike, well, things are about to get a whole hell of a lot more transparent for you. If this is the case, the New York AG will have jurisdiction over Tether, and we will find out what kind of deal Mike and Bitfinex had conjured together. The theory of what deals Tether makes goes like this. Bitfinex is printing tethers, where they loan them out to experienced traders to manipulate the markets and then cash out big time in doing so. Basically operating on a debt-based model, where they hope the traders can end up paying back the loan, making profits from the trades. Now that we have an idea of who these traders might be, what do these traders manipulate? It's usually Bitcoin and Bitcoin only. You can even hear it from the mouth of Mike Novogratz in a recent interview on CNBC. Let's watch now.
The other lanes like Ethereum and Definity and EOS, where they're trying to be Web 3.0, much more crowded lanes, and the tech's not there yet. And so that's a 2 to 4 year story. It's a really revolutionary story, but you're not going to see the price moves there as dramatic as you will in Bitcoin right now, because it's going to take time.
So, from the horse's mouth of a contracted Bitfinex trader, we won't see altcoins move as dramatic as Bitcoin right now. If this is just all fueled by Tether manipulation, they will be manipulating Bitcoin for the time being, not altcoins. But then you have the narrative that this is being fueled by institutions getting ready for big product launches like Bakkt. Well, if this is the case, which coins will be available for futures? Bitcoin and Bitcoin only. Thus, I predict Bitcoin dominance will continue to grow on the way up to the old all-time high. I predict it will peak at 80%, somewhere around that time. A mini alt season will take place right after that, dropping dominance back down to the range where we are right now. Then, depending on adoption and progression of the platform, only certain altcoins will take a chunk away from Bitcoin, resulting in Bitcoin having 50% dominance once we reach our new peak. So what does this mean? A majority of small cap altcoins aren't going to make it, in my opinion, and they will continue to slowly bleed out. The blue chip altcoins who have established themselves, they will stick around, but won't see any significant gains until after Bitcoin reaches 20K again. This is going to be a fascinating month, as Bakkt is set to start testing the Bitcoin futures early this month. And at the end, on July 29th, we will get a decision from the court whether or not the case will be dismissed against Bitfinex, which most likely won't happen because they obviously operate in New York. These events are going to set the stage for the future of the markets, and no matter what happens, Bitcoin will still be leading the charge. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time. Even if you look at Ethereum, it tells us a similar story. Since its all-time high, the price is still down about 78%. These are considered your blue chip altcoins too. These are projects. Hey, come on, man. Dude, I'm trying to. Bite! Oh! Ah! Ah! Got it! Cool.